Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I'm doing an interactive session episode 7 with a friend here, Camille, Whyte. We're at the retreat I did speak to you about earlier that I was going to. So I'm at the retreat now. And this one should be a good one here. So, hey Camille, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well. Happy to be at retreat 2025.
So you've been excited about this whole retreat the whole time and everything?
Yes.
It seems that you attended numerous of them, like more than 5. I can imagine. And I think you attended other camps back in the day too. Like they had the teacher camp and teens camp, which I didn't even know anything about until, well, you know.
I haven't been to the children camp though, but I've been to teens camp and then straight to youth retreat.
So you went to the college retreat one too, or just?
No, I've never been to the college retreat.
I see. So we're gonna talk about the retreat. Obviously, we talk about she's also an author of 2 books. I mean, being able to write 2 books. I mean, it's one thing to write 1 book, but 2 books, fine. Anyway, so we'll talk about you being an author first. So, what has it been being an author in your journey, or what made you make up your mind and say, you know what, I'm gonna write 1 book, and then after I'm gonna write 2 books, and something like that.
Well, the plan wasn't to write 1 book and another book. Just happened that because I've gone through so much in life, I think that my experience can help somebody else, and so that is the reason why I started writing book in the first place. So the first book is a devotional, with just a little synopsis of what I've gone through, my life story and some other stories as well, with scripture references and a prayer. And then the second book is a follow-up from the first book, because as a person will read the first book, they say that they need to know what happened after, whatever. So it's a follow-up, it's a memoir of so the first book is Why Am I Not Dead Yet, and the second book is That Girl Behind the Smile.
The first chapter, that's an interesting one. Why am I not dead yet? That's an interesting one. It's like, why did you come up with that?
Because a lot of times, because people have been going through so much, they ask the question like, how am I not dead yet? So I put it together in that format to say, why am I not dead yet?
Let's see. I understand that. I mean, when you go through like it's a good question to ask. Why I'm not yet, or why I'm not throwing a toy yet, or whatever else they can ask you, and all those things. That's interesting stuff, because when you go through that, it does get to the point where somebody may ask you, how the heck is still standing, or all those things. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I mean, when it comes down to challenges, I believe you have 2 types. You have one of those challenges that can bring the best out of you, but you have other ones that can actually break you or broken pieces and all that thing there. And you know what I mean? When you pray, especially the one that breaks you and you overcome that one consistently, it says a lot. So you know what I mean? So anytime you go through a lot and you're still able to get standing despite everything, I mean, it goes to show you. So the moments where you didn't want to throw in the towel, how did you like overcome those moments where all those times you went through, where you went through?
I wanted to throw in the towel. Alright, so the thing is that God has always been my source of strength. I've been a Christian from I'm 13. I surrendered my life to Christ, and so this year will be what, 20 years? Yeah. And so it has always been God. So even when I feel like to throw the towel, a lot of times I did tour, my backslide, because backslide in my mind, backslide in a lot of ways. But because God has always been my tower of strength, He always brings me back. And so it is really His strength why I'm living. So it's really His strength at the end of the day. And that's why I say, why am I not dead yet? The bottom line is that God is always there as our teacher, our guide, our keeper, comforter, our counselor, everything. He has been there. He's always there, even when we can't see Him.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, the Tony Tower thing, I can attest to that as well. Well, I told you about the Tony Tower thing. I've had that moment so many times to a point where it's ridiculous. And that time, I'm not just saying I want to do it for a second. I actually want to do it, because that's so much my head, I'm like, I cannot deal with this anymore. I can't do this crap. I can't do this. I just cannot. You know what I mean? But for some one reason I guess the person would die from standing, that'd be a good question too, cause it's like I don't know, it's just anytime you have purpose, like let's say purpose kinda dies, so for me at an early age, as I learned about myself in life, I actually learned, so I remember learning that the devil wanted to kill me in my mom's womb before I ever came home. That's before I even become a Christian, none of that. And it's like, I was like, what did I do? I didn't know anything yet. And you're coming after me. I was like, I'm like in my head, it's just, mind-boggling. I'm like, I didn't do anything. Like, what the? I don't know. I guess my mom told me the devil can't foresee what's going on. Well, he can foresee some things, but not in it to tell like God can. So, you know what I mean? And with this Christian life thing, it was funny. So, what is it like for you living a Christian life for 20 years or 20 years now?
Well, it has been challenging, ups and downs. I have made a lot of mistakes, and I've learned from them. That is it. I think, and this is what I believe, that experience teaches wisdom. And so the more experience you have and you overcome it, the more wise you become. And so you can be able to help somebody else. So being a Christian, and at a very young age, it was difficult. I tell you, it was very challenging. But based on the fact that I love to read the Word of God, I love to pray, and fasting as well. You know, one of the things like interacting and so on, these things help you. Plus, you know, I used to go to, you know, different events at my church. We have family life ministry, we have youth fellowship, we have ladies ministry, and so on. So, yeah, it has been challenging, but the very fact that God is in the midst, we always smile at the start.
Yeah, Christian life, I tell you, I mean, it's nuts. I baptized in 2012 when I took my first communion when I was at the Catholic Church and all that, and living this type of life, it's like, and I realized for myself, even say for me personally, if I live the life or not, I probably have a level but just the same. It's just that the Christian life just amplifies that struggle to another level where couldn't imagine, and you know what I mean? And it's one of those things where you're gonna make mistakes along the way, just what is part of it. You just have trust that God will give you grace and all those things when you school the pooch and all those things. There's times where in high school and you know high school life nuts, and then I mean I gotta give person to want to live a Christian life though, because as I'm going on, I even went to this type of retreat last year and listened to the guest that was spoken about it. I was like, oh my goodness me, this Christian life is harder than I thought, man. And I had a good idea what challenge it was, but I didn't know it was this challenging, and I was like, oh. But you can't learn that from living this type of life, and you know what I mean, and more about God and all those things. If you want to see what it's like, go to church retreats, convention, the youth fellowship you're talking about, the family life ministry you're talking about. Go to those events, so prayer meeting, prayer breakfast. So go to those, and then you leave after that, and you see what you're really like after, because then you realize, no doubt. For me personally, I feel either or, but it's like when I do all these things, going to retreats, and you know what I mean. It just proves no doubt that, you know, and my mom's a Christian, so there's that, and I mean, for my mom to be a Christian for a long time, I mean, I gotta give salute to her, but I don't know what's called that. To make it look easy, and well, living a Christian, that is anything was easy, and so, yeah, living a Christian life can be a lot, and you can't put yourself in situations sometimes where it makes you want to throw in the towel, and it's like, man, I can't bother this man, this is just, and, you know what I mean, and so, yeah, living a Christian life can be tough for sake, and to maintain a certain type of life, the faithfulness in God, that, you know, and even in college, I never thought I could go through college, but somehow I never pulled it off, and not many persons with, you know, can go to college, face whatever challenges down there, and throw the years down there to say, you know what, I don't give a crap what obstacles I'm dealing with. And you feel overwhelmed in that span too, so it's like, I went my mom phone and I felt overwhelmed. She could have lost faith, but you know what the thing is though, my mom always had faith in me the whole time. Hard to believe, but and it's not that she doesn't know about autism, because she does know, but for her to see what it's in me, I went, okay, So I asked her more questions. Okay, what? Cause it didn't make sense to me at the time, so I had to ask, and you know what I mean. So the second book, what feedback you got on the second book? Cause I thought it was a good one. The girl behind the smile. That's an interesting one too.
Yeah. So the second one is a memoir. It really starts to. Alright. So it's where I was, where I am, and where I'm going. So it's really about a memoir of my life. So everything about childhood, teenage years, youth, coming up, where I am now, and where I am going. So that is it. It's all about that.
Let's see, go ahead and smile. Guys, this really like to find out. I'm just saying. Cause, I mean, people say so much smile for the storms and all of that. You know what I mean? That's not really easy to hold up. But hey, listen, you gotta do something to give you hope, and if you gotta smile through the challenges and the storm or whatever,
Yeah.
then so be it. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, I mean, yes, throwing it over when things aren't going to get easier. I mean, it's easy to want to do that, but if you already come too far, I mean, might as well keep going. Yes, you got more obstacles and all that, but just gotta trust that you'll get through them. And the beautiful thing of going to these challenges too is that either or is that you get to take your testimony out of it and all of that. A lot of times when you listen to person's testimony is when they go through stuff. Lots of times. It's not. It's very rare you listen to a testimony where it was good for the most part, and no failure or disappointment or ups and downs or nothing like that. Without the trial and tribulations, there is no testimony. So I guess there's some positivity of going through stuff, and you know what I mean. So what has it been going to retreat for you over the years, especially this retreat here?
Alright. So when I just started retreat, I thought it was like camp. And then I realized it's not. It's really more mature. It's really a more mature camp. It's not like teens camp, but children camp is more mature. And so my experience has been great. I've learned a lot. So we have a session called Battle of the Sexes, where couples come and share, they meet and other stuff. And so I've learned a lot from that. We have another session. Saturday in Berea, no, Friday in Berea, I think, when we do Bible study and learn a little bit more about the word and so on. And we have other sessions like money out of it, balance money and so on. So it has been good, but one of my favorite though is the Pineapple Award, the Saturday night, and I love the beach outing, the excursion as well, a river. And so those are my favorite, but it has been good. It has been spiritually uplifting, mentally, emotionally. Yeah, it's been good.
Well, that's awesome. I mean, you're not performing to these retreats, and when they release the testimonies, even the one when I went online, we had this online retreat thing type of thing, like spiritual retreat type of thing, and I remember my brother Oran shared because him, he shared a testimony about how what God has done for him, and if you listen to him talk, you'll be like, wow, God has done a lot for him, because he has a wife.
Yeah.
So we got tripping that too, and I respect those two. You know what I mean? And I've had dialogues with him, and so you have other persons who share testimony about what the retreat in general has done for them and all those things, and not only help them spiritually, but also help them build everlasting bonds and everything like that. You know what I mean? And I mean it's fantastic, and you know what I'm saying? So we met last year. I broke the ice, we talked, but interruption happened. I went to operation to the retreat last year, and out of nowhere, after retreat, reached out to me out of nowhere. I'm like, what? Okay. And then, well, I guess it took off from there. So, the question I want to ask you is, what was it like about that first encounter with me face that time last year, and then what was it like after? Because we talked after, so.
Well, I don't know. I just I'm an outgoing person, and so I've met friends at this retreat, lifelong friends, since I started until now. And so last year with me Lauren there, Oh Lord, I didn't get the time to really have much conversation with him, and so after retreat I reached out so that we could have conversation, get to know each other better, and we did. Yeah.
See, well, that's awesome that you have a lot of friends that made up here and everything, you know what I mean? And for me, going to retreats, whether it's a camp retreat I used to go to, because I used to go to UET back in the day, and all those things, and go to camp back in the church I used to go to, and come to the retreat here. I went to college retreat with 3, 4 of them, and this is my second national youth retreat now. I'm telling you, you know. So, in my experiences, yeah, it's been very challenging at times to a point where that's the time man, it just made my face finish. I'm like, okay. I would have frustrating moments in between. Times I would smile, of course, but at times it just, you know what I'm saying? And it's not like I'm not trying to have dialogue with person, real bonds. It's not like I'm not trying or anything. But even at the retreat, it seems like I realize after a while, it's like there's a barrier to me or whoever I come in contact with. Doesn't matter who it is. There's a barrier to me and most people. So it's just, but like, and it's discouraging too, cause it's like, man, what the hell? Like, no matter which, even in my experience in college, it's the same thing. Barriers to me and persons. Got same excuses. Oh, not really well. They don't understand person. Autism, da 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 da. I'll be like, okay, I'll be patient with it. But then afterwards, like, what the hell is this? This is some excuses. Like, I asked myself, what more you guys want me to do? I put myself there. I could easy go anywhere and decide, you know, I'm just gonna accept myself. I can't work. Claims I've done that. But then I come to these other events, I'm like, I'm gonna try and go out there and other things, but it just gets to a point, I'm like, man, I don't know how you guys do this, man. It's so, I was like, my head, so tell me, man, just like, and I gave you a conclusion. I said, I don't go on my own and I come home with anybody. I don't prove I can do that. But in conclusion, I'm like, well, at least I can say I tried to, try my best to, but I was there and left, right, and center to my contact. And I'm like, and then times I retreat hopeful at times. But then life will happen in between, and then it's just like, that after the retreat, where you learn to do the retreat, but after, it'll like this me. And lots of times, for me, it's like, I'll be amazed by y'all, you know what I mean? The more I come here, the more amazed I get, you know what I mean? Like, that's why every time I go to church, I'm like, you guys will do your thing, man. And this will go well, and you know what I mean? And I'll do my thing too, I'll do my best to do what I need to do and take it from there. I can't really approach these, and like I said to you, I can't really approach this with that call yellow approach. I can't. I try to do that, so. You know what I mean? I know these guys talking in the make of noise look easy too. I tried doing that too. And then when I went to Congress this year, my first Congress, I was like, after leaving Congress, I was like, you know what? I tried to communicate with myself, everything, the noise, the other stuff. I tried. Yeah, it's my last straw, man. Even my work goes Congress, I'm gonna, those things, something that's gonna work for me personally. I tried, and if I can get through with someone happens, but over time, it's gonna get going. Trying to get the going on and everything, and it's just like, what? So.
It's really good with
I think when it's coming to this church, like, should I listen to my life retreat?
Let's see.
I don't know. I'll just try to go process to that. But one thing me, I don't mind keep the hope, but I try to be realistic about the situation. You know what I mean? Regardless of what the situation is, try to be realistic about things. Like, of course, I want to keep positive and hopeful that things will get better and everything. Same thing, I have to be realistic and all of that. And why make you want to be friends with me? I'm curious. Like I told this lady about the autism thing, and you want me that. Yeah. This ain't have balls, y'all.
Oh God, I am going, as I said before. I love to learn about different peoples. I know that God created everybody special. Everybody is different and unique in their own way. And so, for me, it's just so awesome. It's just so amazing. You know, our learning is just so brilliant. He's a man with a superpower that nobody else has. You know, but he's unique and he's different. And so, you know, understand, you know, understand how special he is.
Actually, I don't. You're right. I don't. I just underestimate myself a lot of times. So you're right. I don't.
You know, understand how special he is.
I mean, when you look at how people treat you, even when person says to you, it's like you don't teach in action. So, what you want me to do with that? I mean, I'm not trying to believe y'all, but you guys, the person, he didn't mix it up. Like, what am I supposed to do with that? Like, if you want to say something special, great. I appreciate it. I get to a point where I'm appreciative. So even when I don't, I'm like, you know what, I appreciate it. Thank you. And no, I just didn't see the actions and you know what I mean? Just need that confirmation type of thing. So then no, I don't have to feel I'm tripping anymore. But it's just make it difficult for me. I realized as I'm going on and I said to myself, you know what? I'm encouraged to do something. I'm like, okay, guys, I get it. I'm not the easiest person to be around. I'm not the easiest person. I get that part. But this stuff here is ridiculous. This inconsistency stuff, it's bugging me. Like, I just get to go and I'm like, what is this? It's like, that's how it's ups and downs. I have learned to deal with that. Even then, that's not easy for me, but I've learned to deal with it. I'll be like, okay, fine. Ups and downs happen. And it's still, it just gets where you're saying to yourself, what is going on here? You know, this stuff is telling me about my intellectual level being up there and all of that, and you know what I mean? So I reflect on that recently. I said, okay, let me see if I can finally tap into this thing so I can, you know, especially, well, it's gonna take time because
that is it.
It's gonna take time for sure. So
that takes time. It's overnight.
It's one of the things that take time. So I don't think rushing past will make any sense.
Yeah.
All I can do is
be patient.
just keep doing my thing, and at least I've been so many bring up my self awareness as I go along, and I mean as long as most of you want the process to be fast, a lot of times it's not like that. So
take one day at a time.
yeah. So because of that, rushing past don't make no sense. So you might as well be like, well, just trust the process and trust that this will make sense. When I found out about autism thing, it started to make sense slowly but surely. I was like, okay, this is why I reflect on this over, okay. And something slowly started to make sense, and then I'm like, okay, no, I know I'm not tripping anymore. I'm just like, I know I'm not tripping anymore, because you know what I mean. But I mean, for me at this point, for me to get told I'm a restoration to other people around me, you know what? Sometimes it gets hard to believe. I don't know, it just gets hard to do something, because I'm like, even though I know what I've done over the years, because you get inconsistency so long, it's like, you're in a predicament situation, like, okay, even though you should know what to believe, at the same time, I don't know, I just don't know what to believe. And it's not like I don't want to live, you know, but, I mean, even when I did in college or even graduating, I updated myself. You know what I'm saying? I updated myself because it's like, you know what I mean? So, actually, I've updated myself a lot of times, even during my time at retreat. So, with holding my own and, you know what I'm saying? And, so what is like being a mom?
It's awesome. It's amazing. It's excellent. Good being a mom.
Yo. Sorry, good day. Not interrupt. You guys know there's only other.
Oh, we're back. Interruption. Yeah, we have to do my trust. That's funny. I mean, being a mom, listen, you and your son's very close, I think, and look at you guys' relationship. I admired it, to be honest. I really admired it, you know what I mean? to constantly everybody close to each other and all those things as mother and son, it's fantastic, you know what I mean? And to be close to a point where bond is one of the things you want to strengthen to a point where if even something is happening, you can bounce off from certain things, you know what I mean? I think how strong a bond is does matter because when a bond is solid, whether it's a mother son relationship or any type of relationship at all, when the relationship is very solid, even if something will happen, you can bounce off from it. Or you guys can have distance. Distance doesn't matter if the bond is very solid. Don't think distance matters. It doesn't matter to you or not. Then yeah, distance matters at that point. But when it with the time distance doesn't, I doubt it doesn't matter between those between her and her son. So yeah, and just one of the things. And to have certain bond with the son, it takes a lot of effort. I don't want to, you know what I mean? So, yep. I've always had built a very bonds with persons over the years, and one of the things to build bonds is the understanding part. And I can tell you, most persons have difficult understanding me for sure. Most persons have difficult with that. Even my mom, who is a lovely lady, by the way, she has difficulty understanding me to a point where sometimes she'll tell me she doesn't understand me. If that's not saying anything, I don't know what to say. And then I'm like, and it just threw me back. I'm like, what the? Oh, damn. And I already feel like when I'm out here, people don't understand me. No, I feel, no, I really feel no mom. What the hell?
You know, sometimes I don't understand my son either. So. Sometimes I don't understand. Cause like this morning we went to the barber, and when we go there, you know what, she want to hear. I said, she want to all here. And he was half happy. And by the time he left the barber, he was sad. He not talk. He just shut down. He like, me not understand. Oh, if you just shut down, so me not understand. You know, talk to me if you want that. So sometimes I don't understand my son either.
Well, okay. Fair enough. Misunderstanding happens at times. I'm not gonna. Yeah, misunderstanding happens at times. I would say that. Yeah. Misunderstanding happens at times. You know what I mean? I'll say it like that. But when you're raising someone who's neurodivergent, like, you know what? I've grown up to realize I don't think I made it for my mom. I guess that's my fault. But then again, when you're not aware of a lot of things, then and that's why I get so far they appreciate it because they're not realized, bro. And I thought that would be easy to talk to. That's what I thought. I believe that. I don't believe that more because I find out what I know about and yeah. And sharing my challenges with person about autism thing is challenging as heck. It's not gonna be easy, and that's the question part. It's like, you know what I mean? And even though I've been around for a while, and yet it's still this. It's like, what the hell though? It's like, I don't know. My life is not y'all. But
It's too short,
yeah, but like there's so much point. Yeah, that's why you just gotta keep going and everything. So I'm always very shut down, especially if I don't want to go off on other things because I think sometimes it's better to do that than go off because. And it's not like I don't want to address my issues, but I don't want to express myself because I know that I realize I can be very expressive, but I keep extremely under-expressive as well, where there is, when if I really got my issues, I don't really say it and all those things, and you know what I mean, and so, I mean, once again, I give a salute to decide to want to be friends with me, because I even tell you this sometimes. Salute to you, Camile, because being friends with me ain't easy as heck, and you know I'm friends despite, you know, it's standing, so. And part of the person who want to be friends with me despite it because I told him about this too. And I just got the pissed after 2019 where I said, you know what, screw it, I'm just gonna just come up with it. I'm not gonna have it anymore, screw it. I didn't when actually I don't know why I said it, and then I was out there, and then one time, some persons that knew me knew. We was up in the face, it's like, what the hell? I thought you guys didn't know. What? Jesus, no, please. I thought they didn't know, I thought they didn't know. Only funny, I'm like, what? And yet, like I said, so I mean, there's something that's telling them special or have special abilities, great. But despite all that, they get excluded out of a lot of things, despite their amazing abilities. If you can't explain how that makes sense, go ahead. What? Speechless? Because it doesn't. I'll say that. It doesn't. So, I'll just go with it. It doesn't. Yeah.
Learn to smell too. Learn to smell. Smell is hard because you just smell man. Look how cute it is smell.
Because normally, if you see someone believe they have special abilities, wouldn't you want to put them in positions so they can show off their talent? If you know what I mean. So it's like I was like, well, if person really believe it, then getting Cooper should be at this goal. But well, not everything what it appears to be. So that's one thing I do learn in life. And from then on, it's like okay. And I always prefer to take things at face value. I always prefer that way with some questions we were typical most of the time. And I kind of understand why I do it first get frustrated. I kind of understand why, because if you're new to I kind of understand why, because when you're new to some kids, a lot of times it can be frustrating if you're not used to it. I don't know if you do get used to it, you might be frustrated with different things, because you're like, I usually do try to understand it, I think it makes sense, because there's times I think it to make sense. I want to find out beginnings, I'm like, what the hell? You gotta be kidding me, man. Seriously? And then times I'm like, what is this working contradiction? What the hell is this? It's like, you know what I mean? And so what's being in the working world like for you?
It's not good. I've done a week of job, maybe about 15 work. And I'm still gonna change the one that I'm in now. Oh Lord. I love consistency though, but just that if I'm not comfortable with the work, and not only that, but the pay as well. So if I think I'm overworked and underpaid, I'm not gonna stay.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, you seem to haven't found a job that you're comfortable yet. If you keep switching jobs left, right, and center.
No, and that's why sometimes I think I should be self-employed.
You see? Because if you keep, seriously, if you keep switching jobs left, right, and center, if that's not saying something, I don't know what it is. If I keep switching this way, well, you know what I mean? It's like, you haven't found a job you're comfortable yet, but I'm gonna have it sometime. I guess you just keep trying to find one job you're comfortable, or as you said, be self-employed.
Entrepreneur. The person that like those issues, they have their own.
You shouldn't try to self-employed and then take it from there. That's not easy, but I mean, you should try that approach, and then because you say that you're changed from the first job you're doing now, which, oh my goodness me. So, yeah.
You guys in the class?
No, in that video.
Oh, doing a video?
Yeah. Hold on. Yeah, so being a world of work, I have my trepidations. We're going to shortly but I have my trepidations about the world of work because I've heard that persons also get fired over saying that I'm autistic. I'm like, what the hell? What? You get fired off of that? You guys are kidding me. Seriously? So you kind of made me like, oh, wow. If I got balls then, if I just, but if you're going to find me over that oil, you know what I mean? I just get something like, I'm just going to put it out there, whatever, man. You guys are going to find out sooner or later anyway, especially if you're around me long enough. So I'm going to just put it out there. So that's why I have the mindset now to say, I'm going to put it out there. However you guys want to approach it, polish your course, because I'm not going to hide it, I'm not going to play the mask thing. It does not make sense. It wakes you out and all those things. And you know what I mean? So might as well just come up with this, told some person from working with at school about it. So, and I realized also is that I could get kicked out, not because they don't like me or anything like that, because of So I'm glad that money college when I was a student they did not keep me out. So I appreciate them for that. And because they could have kept me out when I found out about autism, but they didn't. So I appreciate them for that. Same thing when I was at UP back in there. Could have done the same thing. But they didn't. But they didn't keep me out. So I mean, waste a lot of time. You know what I mean? So I mean, thank you for wanting to do this video with me. When I first said I'll do this video with her, she didn't. She was excited. I said okay. So when I said I'm gonna do my video, wow, that's a lot. That means a lot to me. I appreciate it because just as we even want to do these videos, I'm like, I don't even mention at times. You're trying to get persons to want to come on your channel because it's trying to just that. Not just because of business, but there are other factors and other things too. So, you know what I mean? It's not really easy for me to come up to a person and say, hey, would you like to come on my channel to do this? You know? So, that's why when a person does do, I appreciate it. So, just want to appreciate you coming on here to interact with me and everything, and you know, it means a lot. And yeah, it really means a lot to me. I really appreciate it, you know what I mean? Thanks. Hopefully I can do more interesting session for hope I can do more interesting like this, cause I did make sure about that and stuff. So my video, don't know if I can do another one tonight, but till then though, hope you guys enjoy the rest of the evening and everything though, and yeah, that's really all.
Bye.